Hi viewers, in today's video we'll review the business continuity plan. Business continuity is defined as the capability of an organization to continue the delivery of product or services at predefined acceptable levels following a disruptive incident. Similarly, business continuity planning or resilience planning is the process of creating systems of prevention and recovery to deal with potential threats to a company. In addition to prevention, the goal is to enable ongoing operations before and during execution of disaster recovery. Business continuity is intended outcome of proper execution of both business continuity planning and disaster recovery. Business continuity planning involves identify any and all the risks that can affect the company operation, not only the IT. The plan should be determined how those risks will affect the operations and implement safeguard and procedure to mitigate the risk. There should also be testing procedure to ensure these safeguards and procedure work. Finally, there should be a review process to make sure that the plan is up to date. So basically, business continuity plan is the process of creating the long-term strategic business plan, policies, and procedures for continuing operations after a disruptive event. Lists of the entire organization assets are made, everything that could be impacted, not just IT. Lists a range of disaster scenario and steps that an organization must take in any particular scenario to return to regular operation. Business continuity plan often contains quantity of operation plan, crisis communication plan, critical infrastructure protection plan, cyber incident response plans, disaster recovery plan, information system contingency plan, and occupant emergency plan. We look at that what we would do if a critical supply clause or the facility was hit by an earthquake. So these are the different scenarios. They are written ahead of time and continually improved upon. It is an iterative process. We write the business continuity plan with input from key staff and that sometimes outside business continuity plan consultants. So for developing a business security, following steps are involved. Project initiation. In this one, we start the project, identify the stakeholder, get executive level approval, and formalize the project structure. C level means the persons whose designations start with C, like CISO, Chief Executive Officer, CEO, and CFO. Scope of the project, we identify all the assets or which will be covered under the business continuity plan. So it is possible we will do for the whole organization, but based on some criteria we select some particular processes or department where we will implement the business continuity plan at the initial stage. Business impact analysis, we identify and prioritize critical assets and components. This business analysis is done based on CIA, confidential integrity and availability, and it will be done for all the assets of the organization. Identify preventive control. In this stage, we identify what are the preventive controls we can deploy. Recover strategy. How do we recover efficiently? What are options? Disaster recovery site, system restore cloud. So all these points we'll discuss in this stage. Plan, design and development. We build a specific plan for recovery from a disaster procedures, guidelines and tool. Implementation, training and testing. In this stage, we test the plan to find gaps and we train the staff to be able to act on the plan. Business continuity plan and disaster recovery maintenance. Since it is an iterative process, so we have to maintain the system. Our organization develop ad system facilities or technology and the threat landscape constantly changes. So we have to keep improving and tweaking our business continuity plan and disaster recovery. Now I will show you the cycle of the business continuity plan. So basically, it starts with the analysis phase. In this one, we analyze and we do the analysis of our organization, and we define what will be the scope of our business continuity plan. The next stage is solution design. In this stage, we design as a solution and we decide that could be the what will be our disaster recovery stage, what will be the RTRP, what assets we will take the backup and how we will take the backup. Then we have the implementation stage. In this stage, we implement the actual the base of actual implementation is done at this stage. So based on that, our design solution, we implement the things. This may include softwares, like for example, for virtualization, we use some software like VMware or some other third-party tool to restore the from the backups. The next stage is testing and acceptance. In this one, we test our solution and do the acceptance test. Acceptance test can be in the form of acceptance test. The last stage is maintenance. We discussed this point earlier as well. In this stage, since our threat landscape is continuously changing and the organization has new business requirement, so based on these changes, we update our business continuity plan continuously. That's all for today's videos. Thank you very much.